God's plan. They was wishing on me, but I'm covered by his plan. Every trial, every storm, every valley, I'm still standing here saying yes, Lord. Still blessed. God's plan, God's plan. I ain't do this on my own, no man. Every move I made, it was in his hand. I was lost, he had a better plan. They wishing on me, they praying I fall. But baby, don't break it, just stand tall. Devil threw shade, but I still shine. Cause grace hit harder than any punchline. I've been moving calm, trying to live in peace. Took my pain and turned it to a masterpiece. Woke up blessed, still a soldier in the fight. Armor of God on, shining through the night. Let's go! I don't wanna die for him to miss me. No. I want my praise to echo through history. Hope my brothers outlive me in faith. And they tell the world God made a way. He did that. God's plan. I can't do this on my own, no man. Someone watching over clothes, I know. I've been beating since he called my soul. They wishing bad, but I'm built on rock. You can't curse what God unlocked. North, south, east, west, he feed. He makes sure the whole flock eat. I've been down, I've been up, but I'm steady. When God called, my spirit stay ready. Lost some friends, but I gained that peace. His love hit different, never decrease. Ain't luck, that's favor in motion. Purpose flow deep like a holy ocean. They said how, I said him. My glow ain't mine, it's from within. Every setback was a setup for the blessing. Every no turned to yes in the lesson. Every fall was a call to the throne. Every loss was a seed that was sown. Work it out. God's plan. Grace so strong, can't stand no man. Every test became my testimony. Every trial now shining on me. They wishing, but he's willing. I'm saying unless he's healing. God's plan, not mine. Forever covered divine. Still in his plan. God's plan.
What's going on?
God's plan.
What's going on? It is Friday. It is Friday. It's another Friday, and it's beautiful. Even though we've had some rain, we had some storms. It's a beautiful, beautiful Friday, regardless of what's going on in your city. Listen, today we're going to be talking about something that I think it's crucial to. It's crucial to what a lot of people say. You know, phrases like, "Hey, God is in control. His way, my way. I'm gonna leave it up to his will. What am I supposed to do?" Well, we're gonna talk about the beauty and the power of biblical decisions, biblical choices, and it should be a great, great conversation today. Hey, listen, if this is your first time here, do us a favor, right? Let us know you're here. Let us know what city you're representing. Let us know what city you're tuning in from. And we are so delighted that you're here. If this is your second, third, fifth, or 35th time that you're with us, hey, let us know in the chat box. Hey, give us some like, give us some love. Represent your city in the chat box. Also, if you have not subscribed with us on any of the platforms, whether you're watching it on Mark Zuckerberg's platform or the tube, hey, let us know. Subscribe, connect with us. And we are so delighted that you are here. So I have my brother from another mother, and he's I think he's rocking his black today. Let me pull him in.
What up? What up, bro? What up? What up? What up?
Hey,
what up? What up?
It's Black Day, man. So that means you working or you creating or something over there when you wearing all black.
Yeah, man, we're cooking up. We cooking up over here. We cooking up over here.
Cool, man. How was your week?
Man, we've been great, man. A lot of like clarity, a lot of deep work. Yeah, I had date night this week.
You know I'm nosy.
Vanessa took the boys out yesterday with one of their friends from school. It's been a good, holistic, good week, bro. I've been, as you know, we talked about grounding, I think early this week, or was it last week?
It was last week.
Yeah, been pretty consistent with that. For the most, probably like it's 5 days, at least 4 days. I think the only day I probably missed was like yesterday, maybe 2 days. But been just consistent, man. Just overall, just been good. Brought on some good solid clients this week. Yeah, man, been good.
Cool. On your grounding, bro, did you see any squirrels, any rabbits talk to you? Did you notice anything throughout the week?
So you know that your senses are super heightened. So it's crazy, bro. It's like it's crazy you ask me that. Today I'm out there, and you know how like because it's been rainy here a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm out there and I heard like a branch like fall off a tree. I don't know how big the branch is, but you know how you can like hear a branch or a tree fall?
Right.
But it wasn't like a tree. I think it was a branch. It fell like in my yard. And a little while later I heard another one fall, but it was like the neighbor's yard. I just heard it and it was like the tree. You can just hear it like shh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
interesting.
Cool thing, bro. I had this week for myself. This week I had my speaker training. I had my speaker training, 5-night speaker training. This is a great alley oop. Tre'vell C.W. Lynch. He was one of what's up, Tre'vell?
What's up,
So
Javale?
Tre'vell mentions we were yesterday was day 5. I
Hmm.
think on day 4, day 5, we was talking about refreshing ourselves and doing different things. And Tre'vell mentioned that he does grounding.
Mm.
Yeah, so yeah, so Tre'vell, we're on that. We're on that. What's up,
Bro,
Cornelia? Welcome from Chicago.
it's literally like, bro, it's legit like a electrical charge you feel in your body after doing it. Like legit. Like you literally feel like even today I finished and I had to go do something for Vanessa. So I'm in the car, I got my socks and shoes back on, and it's like I can literally feel like electrical charge like in my feet and legs, bro. It's the wildest thing ever.
Well, I got to get more consistent on it. I do that country grounding.
You just go outside all the time.
Just walk outside with no shoes on, you know, touching the grass on the driveway, down the street, up the sidewalk. Just got country feet just walking. I don't know if I told you this day, bro. Like one day, I had left my house and I had my earbuds on, right?
Mhm.
So, and normally I'm not listening to anything. So one of my clients called me and she was complaining, right?
Mhm.
So I had my earbuds on. And when you have your earbuds on, you talk louder because you can't hear your inner ear.
Yeah.
Bro, I was talking so loud. My neighbors came outside like, is everything okay? Like
Right.
my neighbors were all in my coaching call because I
Right.
was talking so loud. I was like, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. So shout out to Tre'vell, yes, grounding. Shout out to Cornelia. Cornelia here from Charlotte, North Carolina. Glad to see your power back on, Kantis. Yes. Power back on. So Marquel, yesterday, bro, I almost called you, man.
Really.
So the power over here, like my power hardly ever goes off because my power lines are like under the ground, right?
Hmm.
But about 4:30, like everything just went off, right? So I'm thinking like,
Crazy.
all right, who can I call? Who can I run to? Right? Because I
Right.
know I had my VIP started at 6:25. And so I was like,
Hmm.
bro, I'm like, okay, I can go to my brothers. So I text my brother and sister-in-law. I think they might have been asleep away from the house. I text my parents. I was like, I probably could call Marquel, but I'm like, I don't know that drive over there can be traffic, back roads. So I went on and grabbed the hotel, right?
Really?
Yeah, I grabbed it, bro. I just like chalked
You
it
should
up,
just
right?
came to the house, bro. Don't be no traffic over this way.
No, but so when I got everything together, bro, it was like maybe like 5:15.
Okay.
And my VIP started at 6:25.
Makes
And I
sense.
was just like, man, you an entrepreneur, bro. So I went
Yeah.
on and grabbed a hotel, right? Now
That makes sense.
this is the beautiful thing. So, you know, I'm south, like right south of the airport.
Mm-hmm.
And there was something in me was like, man, let me go on and grab a cheap hotel. Right? Then I was like, no, Kantis, you wouldn't sleep in that type of hotel. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I chalked it up and hey, boom, went for another hotel I would normally sleep in, right? So I was like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, let me just do my event, then I can chill here, you know. So I do the event, kind of unwind,
Thank
hook
you.
the TV up to Netflix. Man, I
Oh,
got
God.
into bed, Marquel. I was like, this bed don't even feel good.
Yeah.
Bro, I got up at 12:30.
Went
I
home.
drove, it was like, 5 miles from my crib. I got up at 12:30, came back to my crib, got back in my expensive bed. I was like, oh yeah, they're a difference.
It's a difference. It's a difference.
I was like, this hotel bed. I
It's a
text my
difference.
mom. I said, hey, let y'all know I'm going back to the crib. And
It's a
the
difference.
power had got back on and everything. So um, this is a great lead in, bro. One of the phrases that I've always heard is God is in control. God is in control. That's one of my favorite gospel song. God is in control. God, right, is in control, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times we put a lot of emphasis on, or miseducation or not, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, because God is so in control, what does that leave us to do?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Last week we talked about self effort versus God effort. We talked
Mm-hmm.
about, like what's our role, God's role. And one of the things that we got from that was is to only believe, right?
Yep.
It's to only believe and realize the finished works of Jesus Christ, all the things that God has done through his promises to help us realize that, hey, we are made in his image. We have a true identity. And our part is to only believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when we look at um people nosy, bro. Marquel, what are you drinking in the mason jar?
It's water. It's just water.
It's that pure water.
It's just spring water. That's it.
What's up, Greg Napier? You know what, Greg? I had the same question, but it was clear. So I was like, oh, that's probably water. Because I know when he at
Yeah,
my house,
it's just spring water.
yeah,
I
at my
got
house, you drink a lot of spring water.
the mason jar helped me hit my water intake goal faster.
How many?
My goal is 10 cups a day.
10 mason jars a day.
No, just 10 cups. So like one mason jar is four cups.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, that's no
all I
problem.
gotta do is drink two of those. If I drink, all I gotta do is drink two of those and have a smoothie. That'll get me to my 10,
Okay.
my 10 cups.
Yeah. That's so funny, Greg. I was thinking the same thing. Thinking the same thing. What's in the
Mhm.
jar, but I knew it was water.
You
So
know, if you do bottled water, you got plastic plastic bottles all over the place.
yeah. Yeah. They asked me how I know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's like my jar, fill it up, boom, knock out two. Do me one first thing in the morning.
Hmm.
Then I have another one to knock out, and then I just had me a smoothie or something at some point. I already had a smoothie earlier, so after I finish that, my 10 gone, my 10 done for the day.
Cool. 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 Yeah, bro. So, we look at this thing of, like I mentioned before, God is in control.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, shout out to Perfect Timing, Dr. Aundrae Gaskin joining on with us, right?
Yes,
So,
sir.
uh, jumping on here, but Aundrae just wrote a powerful book, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Decide and Conquer. You got the book near you? You got Dre's book
For
near you,
me,
Markwell?
you know I do,
Yeah.
and the
So,
workbook.
yeah, bro, I was fussing at Dre the other day. I was like, bro, I ain't even got a copy of the book. There
Mm-hmm.
he is, right? Shout out to Aundrae Gaskin for publishing that new book, you guys, Decide and Conquer.
Oh, truth be told, I don't got a copy of it either.
No, I got it. No, I got
Yeah,
it.
yeah. We were laughing at that, Marquel, because I think it was you and another lady were the first ones I see with the book, and I'm zooming in. I'm like, oh, that thing look good. That purple popping.
I
And I was
came,
like,
it came out
bro,
real good.
I was like,
It
bro, you
did.
got to send me a
It
book. You know, you got to send me a book.
For
And
sure. It's on the way.
yeah, so but Dre Marquel, I think the book title, Decide and Conquer, and we look at as far as believers, because a lot of times believers, I'm not gonna say all believers, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I've heard growing up so much, God is in control, God is in control. And it's almost like we are walking around sort of like robots.
Can I ask a question real quick? This just randomly came up.
Yeah.
Should we start prefacing believer? Because I know a few episodes ago we talked about everybody believes something.
Yeah.
Like even if you don't believe, you actually believe.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So should we start prefacing that, or
I think we should.
because if we just say because if we say believers, everybody's a believer. So should we what'd you say, bro?
What would you preface it with?
I don't know. Should we say what we believing in, or do we just stick with believers? I mean, this is my weird brain, so I'm just curious. Maybe if I'm or when someone says believer, is it just automatically assumed that we're talking about Jesus?
I think we've done that. We've done that in
Just culturally.
Yeah, in the church world. But you're absolutely right. You know, I have a great friend, and she's not considered, Christian, but she's a believer in God, right?
I love it when they say it twice.
Right. Like, yeah, a believer in God, right? Right. And so I think one of those things is that we all do believe something. And so many times we can lean on what we believe and we take away something so simple as decision, And Dre, I'll toss it to you, man. I know, and we're gonna jump into biblical references of decision. But why did you choose to write the book and call it Decide and Conquer?
I mean, the reason why I chose to write the book and entitle it Decide and Conquer is because, decision is important when it comes to where we are in life in any aspect of our lives, right? In all of the different domains in our life. No matter what we experience, no matter what the shortfalls may be, no matter what the challenges may be, no matter what the circumstances may be, we all find ourselves in a moment where we have to make what I call a decisive decision. We got to own our decision. How do we own our decision? We own our decisions or master our decisions by owning our identity. And if you do that frequently enough, right? If you do that consistently enough, and if you do that in alignment with your God-given ability to, or if you do that with your identity aligned with who God says you are, right? Then you end up leading a life that you don't have to recover from, right? And so leading that life you don't have to recover from, that is conquering. Those are part of the instructions that we were given, right? And so, but the challenge is the day-to-day experiences that we all experience in life.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you guys grow up like hearing the phrase like, God is in control, and when
I still hear it.
the boy got hit by a car and it was like, God is in control. God know he needed to get hit by a car so he can go on to glory. Did y'all hear that growing up?
Of course. 1000%.
Like, how did y'all interpret that, bro? Like, based on where you are now, do you feel like, God knocked my power out, so God know I I had to go to the hotel to do my event. God is in control. Right?
Bro, I used to hear, but think about it. I used to hear all kind of stuff, right? So even when it was like, remember it was raining a little bit and the sun was still out, and it used to be like, oh, the devil beating his wife.
Yeah.
The devil
That's actually one of my
beating his
favorites.
wife.
That's actually one of my favorites.
The devil is beating his wife.
That's actually one of my favorites. I'm like, what? Imagine hearing that as a child. Like, what? What did you just say?
The devil is beating his wife. That's why the sun is out and it's raining.
The devil is beating. I don't think I ever heard that one, bro.
Yes,
Really?
bro.
That's one of them ones, boy.
That's
I'm
one
like,
of the ones.
That's one of them
So you
ones.
said partly sun and partly rain.
You know when the sun be out, it's still shining and it just started raining, but the sun's still out. And it's, I mean, to the point where everybody outside, you still kind of chilling because you like, it's raining, but the sun's still out.
The sun out, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So that means
like
the devil's
beaming.
wife crying or something?
No, it's like,
no.
I don't know.
I guess she is
They
crying.
didn't preface it. They just said he beating her.
What I know, Dre. I know you grew up in the church like I did, bro.
Yeah.
What was around the phrase like God is in control for you?
Bro, I never thought that it was a problem with the statement. I always felt like it was a problem with when the statement was applied. Right? So it wasn't like God is in control when things are going good. Right? It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, somebody just got a surprise check in the mail, or, you know, a blessing was bestowed upon the church, or, you know, we used to always celebrate kids. So, you know, when the kids graduate from high school or whatever, it wasn't like God was in control. Then it seemed like God was only in control when something occurred that we couldn't explain. So almost like I'll give you an example. So almost like when people, bro's done it, you've done it, I've done it, we'll explain something, right? Maybe we on the stage, or maybe we teaching something, and somebody will be like, oh, that's deep. And bro, no, like we was at an event one time, and somebody had said something, the speaker had said something, and people was like, oh, that's deep. And I looked at bro, I was like, bro, that's not deep. I was like, when people say that's deep, it means that they didn't understand.
or they just, I probably can't say this on the show, so
On this particular show.
On this particular show, so never mind.
But like that's what I believe. That was always my hang up with the phrase. Right? Like, some things that happen are inexplicable. When we're talking about the kingdom of God, right? Some things that happen are inexplicable because the finite cannot explain nor all the way understand the infinite, right? But just let that sit how it is, instead of saying God is in control, right? Because don't we already know that? Shouldn't we already be behaving that way? So that, like, I think that it's my only hang up. Like, I don't have a problem with the statement because ultimately the statement is true. It's just when it would be presented, you know? A similar one. You know, God's will be done. We know that already. We should. You know what I'm saying? Like, but in that only, it seems like it only applies when there's something that we can't explain, or something that is happening in a negative light versus a positive light.
That's a good way to look at it. I think for me, bro, I hear it when, of course, when people can explain something, but also use it when their human effort is like an excuse for what they didn't do. So because you didn't do something, it caused something else to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And so the other thing that happened, now you say, well, God is in control.
God is in control.
Right.
Yeah.
Or like,
when you
for
was
example,
messing it up.
Yeah,
It's just like somebody. It's just like somebody can get sick or they got high cholesterol or something like that, and then they be like, "Well, God is in control." It was like, "Well, God wasn't in control. God didn't make you eat all this stuff that caused all these."
Yeah.
But it's like, "Oh, well, God," or the devil attacked my body, and it's like the devil hasn't attacked your body.
Yeah, you ate too
the
many.
wrong stuff in it. That's
Yeah,
inflammation. That's inflammation in your body.
Yeah, you ate too many salty foods. That wasn't
right over too much time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
It's like people try to defy the laws,
right,
and then give it to God. It's like you can literally pray for amazing health while defying the laws of amazing health.
Yeah.
Amen.
Put it on God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which has to be frustrating for God. Let's just, you know what I'm saying?
And I know the devil, like you said before, the devil, like, I did that.
It's like driving in the car, texting in one hand, eating in one hand, not looking back, not doing anything on the road, but
and
praying,
looking at your phone.
But praying for safe travels.
Yeah.
It's like you're defying all the laws.
All the laws of being safe on the road.
But God's in control.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Shout out
God is in
Cornelia.
control.
Shout out Cornelia.
Cornelia, shout out to you. Shout out to you.
Greg, we'll drop the link in the chat box. I think if you
go,
go,
what's up, Greg?
If you just, it's your name, right, Drake? AundraeGaskin.com
/book.
Yep, AundraeGaskin.com /book.
Yeah, Cornelia went and got that one.
She wouldn't have found
that. Got
it. You the MVP.
Hadn't even dropped the link.
Yeah, for sure. She the MVP.
She found it. Greg said old folks would say that all the time, right?
Yeah.
He also said, how about this one, brothers? Jesus is on the main line.
Jesus is on the main line.
Tell him what you want.
Tell him what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's another one. People may say
he ain't always there when you call him.
Yeah,
but he's always on time.
Always on time.
Don't get me started. You know the one that really like makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up. New levels, new devils.
Right.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Right. God works in mysterious ways.
You know I don't like that one. God worked. Nah, that was mysterious to you. It wasn't mysterious to God.
Bro, y'all heard this one? The devil made me do it.
No, for sure.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, you know the devil made you do it because he's always busy.
Mm-hmm. Always busy.
Always. Like we talk about the devil. Busy. We talk about the devil more in the church.
Oh, for sure.
Oh man.
1,000%.
Oh man. Oh man.
What?
Get so much glory.
I'm talking about that.
Oh man, let's jump into these scriptures, man.
No. Wait, before we jump into the scriptures, I got a couple questions. I got two questions now as we were talking through that.
For sure.
This might be where we're going, Kantis. So I don't want to jump ahead. But it's two things. Number one, because I heard, bro. So we mentioned that. Okay, God. So Dre, he was unpacking it. He was like, because God is in control. So, what's the balance of God being in control and us having dominion? This might be where you're going, bro. But it's like, where is that? That's the first thing. And we can unpack these, however, because again, we might be going this way. So it's like, where is God being in control, and us being in control? Because God gave us dominion, which is control. So what does that look like? That's number one. Number two, bro mentioned, he was like, well, we know God's will be done. I don't disagree with that. However, what does that look like when? So God's will be done, but if we don't align, it just won't be done through us, type of thing. But it's gonna get done.
Those two solid questions.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, because if we don't align with God's will His will be done, or will He just choose somebody else to do it through, or send somebody else to do it through?
Yeah, I want to look at this, man. That's a great question, Marquel. Let's make
sure. Also, one last bit before I got you. I got one more
Yeah,
because
go ahead.
all the believers want Jesus to drive for them. So one of my other pet peeves,
Take the wheel.
one of my other spiritual pet peeves is Jesus take the wheel.
Jesus, take
Like,
the
bruh,
wheel.
he don't got a driver's license. Like,
Jesus, take the wheel. He
He
said,
said he
Jesus,
don't have a
Jesus don't
driver's
want,
license.
bro. Jesus don't want to drive your vehicle. You gotta drive it. That's what you're here for.
that is funny.
Wow, wow.
All right, we can get into it now. We can get into it
Yeah, bro.
now.
So here's this is Deuteronomy chapter 30, right? And this is one of those passages that I've heard a lot, right? And as I think about it, I'm like, you know what? Let me really dive in to study this. Verse 30 right here. And even verse 15, it says, "See, I've set before you today life and good, death and evil. And that I command you today to the Lord, to love the Lord your God, to walk in his ways and keep his commandments, his statutes and his judgments, that you may live and multiply. And the Lord God will bless you in the land which you go to possess." This is Deuteronomy 30, verse 17. "But if your heart turns
Mhm.
away so that you do not hear and are drawn away and worship other gods and serve, I'll announce to you today that you should surely perish. You should not prolong your days in the land which you cross over the Jordan to go in and possess." Verse 19 is the popular one, right? "I call heaven and earth as witnesses today against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life that both you and your descendants may live." All right.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
we know this is part of the old covenant, but that's one of the scriptures I always heard. It's just like, hey, I place before you blessings and curses, death and life. You choose.
Yep.
All right. What do you guys think about that passage? Has that always been something you resonated with, or you feel like you think
I
differently
think
about it now?
I think it just go I think it goes back to, and we talked about it a few times. I think it goes back to free will. Whereas like you literally I think it, bro, is I always look at this, even if we want to bring it just from a human, especially being a parent, right? Being a parent and having kids all across the board, like from 6 to 24, about to be 25. And it's the same thing. Like, hey, I place before you the different opportunities. It's like you can choose this route, or you can go out and learn things your own way, right? And then like some of our older kids, especially when they got up to like 19, 20, 21, 22, and actually started experiencing life, it was like, man, I remember y'all was telling me this at this particular age, blah, blah, blah. But I chose to go out and do, other things. And then I had to learn my other way. I got little homies who I've shared certain things with, and they could have chose one route based on the exposure. Cause you remember when I was doing like the annual Breaking the Cycle event,
Yeah.
and you had hooked me up with ET that time. He came and spoke. Remember, we used to do those annually at the church. And one of the things I used to say to all the youngins in there was like, "Hey y'all, I know some of y'all say your dad wasn't around growing up. I know some of y'all say these different things, and that's cool. But it's like after y'all leave this event, you will not have that excuse anymore. You won't be able to say didn't." And actually, you know what? When I did the very first one, Drake came up here and spoke. I think that was the first time me and Drake met in person, if I'm not mistaken. When I
Yeah,
did
we have
the
been
first,
working together for years by then.
yep, we had been working together for years. I did the first Breaking the Cycle event, and that's what the first time me and Drake met. But long story short, I'm saying all to say, I used to be like, hey, after y'all leave this event, you won't be able to have the excuse that nobody ever told you no better. Your dad wasn't around. Blah blah blah. Your dad probably still ain't gonna be around, but after this event, you ain't gonna say you didn't have the exposure and you couldn't make a decision. Some of them took that decision and went off and did some amazing things. Some of them crashed out. Some of them are in prison now for life. Some of them are like dead because of situations they put themselves in. But again, it was placed before them
Mm-hmm.
the blessings or curses or whatever, however you want to, frame it. But it's like, I think you get to choose. And it's like God tell us the same thing. It's like, hey, you get like Coach D. Shout out to Coach D. I know our
Shout
birthday
out to
just
Coach D.
like you get to choose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want to pull up. We talked about this a while back. This is a probably. Oh, shout out to 100 subscribers.
Let's go.
Shout out to 100 subscribers.
100 mark.
Let's
We hit the 100
go.
All
mark.
right, Liddy in the city.
Hey man, we gotta celebrate. We gotta put
yeah.
we gotta put a graphic and everything together.
Yeah, bro. We gotta do something about that.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, 100. Yep. Greg said he was at that event. Was it Greg there? You remember Greg Napier?
Yeah, Greg. Greg went out like day one.
Yeah. Greg been locked in for a minute.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at this in John chapter 5, bro. I think this is one of those beautiful stories that's funny and layered, right? So this is a man healed at the pool of Bethesda, right? John chapter 5, verse 1. He said, after this, there was a feast of the Jews, and this is New King James. After this, there was a feast of the Jews, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. Now there is in Jerusalem by the sheep gate a pool, which is called in Hebrew Bethesda, having 5 porches. In these lay a great multitude of sick people, blind people, lame people, paralyzed people, waiting for the moving of the water. For an angel went down at a certain time into the pool and stirred up the water. Then whoever stepped in first after the stirring of the water was made well of whatever disease he had. Verse 5. Now a certain man, was there who had an infirmity 38 years. All right, so we got a man there, a certain man, 38 years at the pool. Had the infirmity for 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there beside the pool and knew that he already had been in that condition a long time, Jesus said to him, hey, bro, do you want to be made well? The sick man answered him, sir, I have no man to put me into the pool when the water is stirred up. But while I am coming, another stepped down before me. Right? So somebody beat me to it, right? Jesus said to him, man, rise up, take up your bed and walk. And immediately the man was made well, took up his bed and walked. And that day was the Sabbath, right? And we can go on after that. Let's go on to verse 10. Hold on.
Kent is a Falcon fan. Because Jesus did not say rise up.
He did not. He said rise.
I'm talking about we looking at it.
We looking at it.
He said rise up. He said rise up so
yeah,
smooth.
He did say rise. Take up your bed and walk, right? But I do want to go and throw this verse 10 in there, right? So that was the Sabbath day when Jesus did that. The Jews therefore said to him, yo, bro, let me read it on ad, Kantis. The Jews therefore said to him, who was cured? It is the Sabbath. It is not lawful for you to carry your bed on the Sabbath day. He answered them, he who made me well said to me, take up your bed and walk. Then they asked him, well, who is the man who said this to you? Take up your bed and walk. But the one who was healed did not know who he was, for Jesus had withdrawn, a multitude being in that place. Afterward, Jesus found in the temple and said to him, see, you have been made well. Sin no more, lest the worst thing come upon you. What y'all think about this story, bro? It's so many layers to it. I know we talked about it, might have been months ago, even a year ago. you know, even as we talk about decision, what are you guys' thoughts on this story?
I think the biggest thing that always jump out to me is that Jesus asked, like, do you want to be made whole?
Mm,
Like, he ain't just go around here, like, do you want, I mean, because there's a lot of people, um, there's people that's sometimes we can find ourselves trying to help people who don't want healing, who don't want, they're comfortable in their situation. So it's like, do you want to be made whole? So I remember in network, I used to do network marketing. Shout out to Greg, because we met Greg in the network marketing world, Greg Napier. And I used to have conversations with people in network marketing sometimes. They used to come see a presentation. And I literally had people tell me that they didn't want to join the network marketing opportunity because if they made more than a certain amount of money, it would mess up their social security, or it'll mess up their disability income. So
wow.
I was like, you telling me, and this ain't no shade to nobody, but I was like, it was just always fascinating to me. So I was like, well, is that enough? And it was like, well, it's not enough. I don't want to mess it up though. So it's like sometimes you can want more for people than they want for themselves.
Yeah.
Like some people like the attention that they get from being disabled or being in a certain situation. So I think it's dope that Jesus is like, do you want to be made whole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta decide, right?
Yeah.
First
You
and
gotta
foremost.
decide. You definitely do. I think my 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 favorite part of the story is the exorcism of Jesus working in our lives, right? So yes, he definitely asked, you know, do you want to be healed? Do you want to be made whole? And then he did his thing, and then it was like, okay, so now that I've done my job, right? Now you have to do your job. And your job is to rise and take up your bed. You know what I'm saying? Like the exorcism that the exercising how Jesus works in our lives, right? Because some of us operate with untapped potential because we still laying on the bed,
Hmm.
right? Um, God has already placed, Jesus has already placed in us to fix our finances, but we're still behaving in a way that allows us to have to live paycheck to paycheck or whatever the case may be, right? Already given us the capacity to love. However, we still may be involving ourselves in different situations that don't lead to a conducive and healthy relationship, right? Like it's already in us, it's already been given to us, but we don't exercise the proof of it, so nobody sees it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like, and I was just writing about this in the newsletter today before we started. And because today is Juneteenth, right?
Yeah,
Happy Juneteenth, everybody.
yeah.
And Juneteenth was literally the day when the people in Galveston, Texas was notified that they were free as slaves, right? Now, the Emancipation Proclamation had happened 2 years before. So they were free and didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So as I was writing in the newsletter today, it was like, to Dre's point, is that you can be laying on your bed, like you're free already, but
Yeah,
don't even know it. And
yeah.
it ties back to you, Candace, what you when you was watching Pastor Dollar's stream yesterday. It's like, how many of us are free and don't even know it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? And Jesus came to let us know, like, y'all free. I know religion has put you in bondage. I know this person is saying this person is saying that, but you're already free.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
nothing you got to do. Like, you're already free. You just don't know it yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike, I see your comment, Mike. This is loaded. I'm acknowledge that we're seeing it, Mike, but I'm gonna take it off because
What is it?
I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna bring because he
Oh,
was talking about the I think the what we read in Deuteronomy. What we read in Deuteronomy.
oh, oh! I thought he. Okay, I
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
we was
yeah.
talking
All right.
about the sovereignty and I mean, not the sovereignty, God's will and dominion, or by God being in control and dominion.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe I want to pull it up later here, but
Okay.
here's something, guys. Like, you know how you can read something for years, and it's almost like watching a movie, and when you see it the second and third time, you're seeing scenes, you're noticing things you didn't notice before, right? So whenever I thought about this story here, the pool of Bethesda, right? In my mind, I've always seen just this man, 38 years, laying beside the pool, right? And it said the pool had five gates. So in my mind, I always say a pool, and then I see like five like wood, I ain't gonna say patios, almost like bridges coming up to the thing, right? So I would see this one man, he laying out there chilling 38 years, right? But in my mind, this is the first time I'm like, wait a minute. There were other people, right, laying on their beds, right? And it says up here, and these lay a great multitude, okay? Right? A great multitude of sick people, sick people, blind, lame, paralyzed, all waiting for the moving of the water, right? And so here's the question that I raise now is like, can we get comfortable with dysfunction, right? Like, you know, sometimes you've been doing something for so long, and sometimes we can see it in our families, right? We can see it in our cultures. Like, you just get comfortable staying here where it seems normal.
Okay.
And then the second question is, does victim mentality, like, yo, man, I ain't got nobody to throw me in the pool, right? And so now we have this victim mentality, Marquel, identity, right? And so we just sit here and it's like, bro, do you want to be whole? Well, bro, I ain't got nobody to do this for me, bro. You know, do you want to move out the hood? Well, bro, you know, ain't, you know, we ain't had no president to come down here and give us this, or right. And so the idea is sometimes based on who you are around, it could be triggering your mentality, right? Not could be, it most
Well, it
likely
is.
is.
Yeah, most
And
definitely.
can we get comfortable so much that now that we're comfortable, we'll say stuff like, well, you know, God is in control. You know, I've been here for, and so now we start, like you said, Dre, when we can't explain certain things or we can't explain our conditions, we get stuck in dysfunction.
Okay.
And you around it, like even like Marco, I wasn't even going to say this, but I thought it earlier. You brought it up, so you threw an alley oop, right? About the Juneteenth situation, right? And we celebrate Juneteenth. I'm loving. I'm all for it. But there are still a lot of ways in our community where we are trapped. You know what I'm saying? So it's like on one hand, we celebrate Juneteenth, but it's still a lot of stuff go on in our culture that we can even be doing to each other. And it's keeping us in this level of dysfunction versus saying, hey, we about to decide and we about to conquer this and step up into our true identity.
Can you give some examples? Give some examples based on what you said. You was like, yeah, we celebrate Juneteenth. However, these things, what are some of those things?
So like even with the situation that we've had with the young man and the stabbing and all that's going on, right? And we will boycott, we will march, we will do all the things. But when it comes to our people, you know what I'm saying? Stabbing, killing each other, doing all the different things, we don't see a lot of boycotting and standing up for certain things. It's like we only boycott and stand up in March when it may appear like it's a black-white thing or an R thing. And I'm just like, you can have a whole weekend where murder and slander and killing and beating and all this stuff going on in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
But why we don't stand up for that? Why we don't stand up to fight, like, you know what I'm saying, Marquel? It's just like it becomes a big thing versus have we as a community just became comfortable with dysfunction? And it goes on, and even though we celebrate this day, Juneteenth, we still are trapped with how we love each other, with how we damage each other, how we harm each other. So that's the one main thing I think about all the time, and us being almost slaves to ourselves.
So are you saying it shouldn't? And this, I don't want to get us off track. Are you saying it shouldn't because of those things? Are you saying it shouldn't be a thing that's celebrated?
No, I feel like we should celebrate, right? Thank God for the celebration, right? Thank God for the celebration, right?
Yeah.
Thank God that we got delivered from that trap.
Yeah.
But have we created other traps in our community?
Yeah.
That we need to also get.
Yeah, as a community, we still in the bed.
1,000%, bro.
As a community, we still in the bed for sure.
1,000%. I think when you read that scripture, bro, when you said a multitude of people laying there sick and blah blah blah, I immediately went to all these visuals just around Atlanta, and I'm sure there's areas like this in Jacksonville. So I know the immediate one that came to my visual. So like if you go to like Pine Street, if you go to like there's other areas like Edgewood, Auburn. There's other areas where there's like multitudes of like homeless people there, right? It's like whole communities, and it's like even tent areas now. And I get some of those individuals are there because certain things may have happened, in their lives that got them in those situations. But you can go into some areas where it's immense, situations there, and like you said, like individuals have gotten comfortable like there, and then some people would argue that, or people would say like, hey, God is in control. Like I'm here in this particular situation because God is in control. And if God want me out of this situation, God to get me out this situation.
Wow.
So a thousand. I mean, we literally to the murder thing you said, like we literally glorify it, bro.
But that goes back to one of your original questions, right? Which is God's will. God is in control, right? And dominion.
Yep.
And what they are and how they intersect, right? Because dominion doesn't trump God's will. You know what I'm saying? So I think that goes back to your original question, man. I think that definitely goes back to your original question. Like when people say that, they're totally like abandoning their own dominion.
Yeah.
And that's an issue. That's an issue.
It's a huge issue.
What? Go ahead.
And I'm just saying, it's like it's almost like the older I get, the clearer things become.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like
You don't say.
it's like you see the same thing over and over and over again. It's like inwardly I laugh because I'm like, God gave us the solution for this.
Yeah.
But because we don't rightly understand our identity, understand this, like we talk about that resort, right? what the kingdom of God looks like. And so, Dre, like you said, it's like, hey, God's will is hey, you made in my image. You got an identity, right? I brought heaven to earth for you.
Yeah.
Right? And because you don't know it,
yeah,
you're gonna sit here and lay by this bed.
Yeah.
And guess what? Like that word multitude, Marquel. Like I saw the sick people, but it didn't say multitude. It said great multitude.
Great multitudes. Yeah.
So it's almost like even I wish we had a video camera we can go back. You know what I'm saying? Go back to it. Jesus put like one of them GoPros on his head as he or put the metal glasses on, and it's just like as he was there, how many people did he make that invitation to say, hey, do you want to be made well? Hey, do you want to be made well? Do you want to be made well?
Bro, we don't even need to go pro. We literally can go to many environments. Unfortunately, we can go to a lot of churches and see great multitudes of people in the church, in the building we call a church, that are this, and the third, that don't technically want to be made well.
Mm.
It's like you're there, you're checking the box, you're going through the motions, but like, do you really want to be made well? Do you really want to get up, pick up your bed? That's why when Dre took, he was like, yeah, I did my part, but now this is your part.
Yeah.
So it's like you can go to church, you can have an emotional experience.
Mm-hmm.
The preacher can preach the word, the choir do an amazing job. You be there every Sunday, you be at Bible study, you got your seat, all the things.
Mm-hmm.
But still,
exercising is required of us. Like,
you feel what I'm saying?
It goes back to, and like, bro, I just think you made a great point, but it goes back to the misunderstanding. If we could identify the miseducation, I believe the misunderstanding is collectively, right? Because not all of us, right? Not all of us, but collectively, we have a misunderstanding of choice versus free will, right? And I think we have a misunderstanding of God's will and dominion and how those things work. And the dope thing is it was addressed in Genesis, right? God's will is God's power, God's sovereignty over all of the things, right? Our dominion is what was given to us from him. You know what I'm saying? Is what was applied to us from him. I'm looking for another word, but I can't find it right now. But if you look at it in real world, right? If you go to Genesis, right? God, y'all say hey to Armand.
What's up, Armand?
That's talking big, bro.
Oh yeah. No, he is that. He is that for sure. God makes the animals, right?
Yep.
God makes the animals, the trees, the everything. That is under God's sovereign, like that's God's sovereignty, right? And then when it was time to name them, that was Adam's authority.
Mm-hmm.
God could have named them by himself, but he delegated that to Adam, right?
Yeah.
That was Adam's dominion. You feel what I'm saying? That was Adam's. Now, you can mishandle your dominion, right? You can mishandle your dominion. Let me find real quick because I was pulling
Genesis 3. Genesis 3:32.
No. When I say you can mishandle your dominion, so the Tower of Babel, right? Like the correct function, humanity already, like humanity in that time already had the proper function to build, to organize, to create according to God's direction, right?
Mhm.
But when they used it all for themselves, God intervened. So they had the dominion,
Yep.
they misused the dominion, and
Yep.
then God intervened and confused their language. So now they can't even communicate to each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's God's sovereign will. He is always in control.
Because they
You
were using the
man?
laws to be able to build a tower.
They were using the laws to build themselves, absolutely. And so God was like, that ain't what. No. That ain't what I told you to do. So guess what? Now all of y'all sound like what was the dude name off of Fat Albert?
Smash Mouth or something? Mush Mouth?
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Always like so we have examples of what, but we don't make that distinction,
Mm-hmm.
right? Some people almost feel like, all right, God gave me all of this to handle on my own, and now he's almost like separated from the situation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But to your point, and you made a great example where you were talking about, people get diagnosed with high blood pressure or whatever, and then they like, God is in control. No, you had control the whole time.
Mhm.
Well,
You had control the whole time. But since you misappropriated your dominion, this is the result.
yeah.
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 You feel what I'm saying? I think we grossly misunderstand and overlook that, and I think that's a big part of the miseducation, and it's like two polar opposites. Like some people depending so much on God that they ain't even moving, right? And then some people moving so much that they not giving God the opportunity to work within them. You know what I'm saying? And that like it's hard out here.
Yeah. I want to look at this passage. I think, Marquel, this is one of them stories that was in the group text that so much revelation in it, right? So this is the woman with the issue of blood, right? Story. So Mark chapter 5, verse 25. We'll start right here. Now, a certain woman had a flow of blood for 12 years and had suffered many things from many physicians. She had spent all that she had and was no better, but actually she grew worse. When she heard about Jesus, she came behind him in the crowd and came behind him in the crowd and touched his garment. For she said, if I may touch his clothes, I shall be made well. Immediately, the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of the affliction. And Jesus, immediately knowing in himself that power had gone out of him, turned around in the crowd and said, Yo, who touched my clothes? But his disciples said to him, You see, there's a multitude thronging you, and you say, Who touched you? And he looked around to see her who had done this. But the woman, fearing and trembling, knowing what had happened to her, came and fell down before him and told him the truth. And he said to her, Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace and be healed of your affliction.
Bro, I love right there at the beginning of verse 28 where it says, "For she said." It says that she touched the hem of his garment and said,
I shall.
"I if only I may touch it, I shall be made healed."
And this is one of them
Again,
situations, bro. It's like
the,
it go back to the multitude thing, right? go back to the multitude, and this is I think a clear example of decide and conquer.
Think it's a clear example of, for sure, decide and conquer. It's a clear decide and conquer is all about exorcism of faith. You feel what I'm saying? Like under the
exorcism or exercise
of exercising of faith.
Okay.
Right. The employment of faith. Like, yeah, you right. Good correction. Exercising your faith, right? Because he was in a large crowd, y'all. Other people had issues that they was dealing with at that time. And people was bumping into Jesus. Let's be for real. Right? But exercising it, already having the understanding that if I touch him, I will be healed. I will be made well. Right? That is that intention, just like the intention to get up off the bed, right? Let me seek him out for this particular purpose. And we see what happened. But like, that's why I think it's so interesting when, because I can almost see Jesus like, wait a minute.
right.
That wasn't a regular touch. That wasn't a regular touch. Somebody just got some superpower. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's so interesting. And then the people around him to be like, bruh, what you on?
Right.
We in a large crowd of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, back in the day, we used to go to the club and I'd be with my homeboys. And, you know, right before we get ready to go, whatever, we got to go there a little bit early because I'm doing promotion or whatever. And so we'll get there. I look at my homeboys.
Boy, you and Marquel were made for each other, bro.
I'm like, hey, boy, you gonna wear them shoes? And he's like, what? Like, bro, you not finna wear them white forces because as soon as somebody steps on your shoe, you're gonna be ready to fight. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's the intention. Right, so that's how they was. They was like, the people like, bro, like, if you ain't want to be touched, we probably shouldn't be here. It's too crowded. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but the faith to know that all I need to do is get close enough to where I can touch him. She ain't run up and hug him.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? She ain't grab his hand. The him, y'all.
Well,
the him. That's not up here. that's not right here. Where's the him at, y'all? Where is the him? I'm asking a real question. Where's the him at?
Bro, check this out, bro. This is what I just thought about.
Where is the him at? Where's the him at?
Right.
No. I'm asking a question for an answer.
Where is the him? At the bottom.
Where is that lady? That lady crawled on the floor with intention.
Bro, this is what I think about, bro. Right? So this is the parade yesterday for the New York Knicks.
Wait, my brother said answer his question.
Yeah, because bro, you trying to get to the net.
No.
My brother said answer his question.
No, Dre, this is part of it. This is right. I'm with you.
This ain't rhetorical.
So, Dre, the hem is the bottom of his garments, right? So
we do rhetorical questions, but this ain't one of them.
I can't.
Right. So
Can't just like right.
No, I'm with you. No, it makes it more vivid because Dre, she had to get.
I love us.
She had to get super low.
She had to get down, Bo.
And I missed. And as you was talking, that's why Dre. As you was talking about,
I got you.
It's
bro.
like we had. I'm trying to like a picture of multitude.
You know, she probably getting stepped on and
all. Bro,
exactly.
Getting kicked, she getting trampled.
Yep.
That's intention, bro.
Like look at these people. Like, you see the guy right here. who's like reaching out trying to touch the basketball,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's intention. You got other people, doing their thing. You can't even see her.
Bro, you can't.
Now, and here's what's crazy. There probably was other people reaching to touch him, but like you said, with no intention.
With no intention.
It was people in there like this. If this was 2026, it would have been people in there like this.
Yeah, selfies.
Oh yeah.
Selfies, everything.
For sure.
But no intention.
No intention.
And need healing.
Yes.
They was like, if I get the picture, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like you don't even know who this is.
Mm-hmm.
Or what's possible.
I think one thing, bro, and this is the power of decision. Like you said in that sentence, Marquel, she said to herself, right? She made a decision even before she experienced the miracle.
Right. She left the house with that on her mind.
Yeah.
That's like a real decision. It's like before I even get to the parade,
Yeah.
I'm putting my clothes on. Bruh, she had already did everything. She done been to all the doctors.
Yeah.
She done used the 401k. She done took out all the loans. Every loan, every medical bill the presidents done passed. She done used all of them.
Bro, I was talking to a client yesterday, a new client that onboarded, right? I was talking to her and she was like, this is my last stop. She was like, I done did all the other things. She's like, I done did this. I done paid these folks. I done did this, did this. This is my last hoorah. Everybody done told me this. It's like you said, the doctors said all this different type of stuff. So it's like, even if we just modernize it, it's like, I done did all the things. Like it come to you, Kantis, in the speaking program, they like, I done followed this person, I done went in this program, I done did this, and I done blah, 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 and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, bruh, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I don't even know. So I could just visualize her like she said, if I can just. That's it.
And the beautiful thing is necessary.
And the beautiful thing is, it's so powerful in like what you believe, because there's instances where he also healed without them having to touch him. Without him having to be in the same room.
Same area.
In the same area.
Most definitely.
So it's like only like according to your belief.
According to your level of understanding.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. So we don't know that lady's level of understanding. I love the story. I'm paraphrasing, but I love the story when the Army general, we talked about this once, where he comes, he approaches Jesus and he like, hey, my homie's sick back here, right? Can you please go to the house, right? Can you come to the crib? So Jesus like, cool, I'm on the way, right? But then Jesus like, hey, you know what? Go ahead and go check on him, right? And the man was like, I'm talking about understanding now. The man had to relate what he was experiencing to what he already understood about authority. And so he was like, all right, because I understand based on my position in the military, because I understand authority, because I understand, I already believe that when I get back to the crib, my homeboy gonna be good. She may not have had that same level of understanding, but she did know that if I get close enough,
that's good.
If I can get close enough to touch him,
that's good.
Right? And so
you know what, Dre, even in that story, Dre, when he was talking about authority, because I think
Mhm.
Jesus had multiple places to go.
Yeah.
And I think that part of that was that when he said understood authority,
Mm-hmm.
he said, if you just speak the word only,
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
you ain't even got to go to this house. I
Yeah.
see you busy.
Yeah.
You got to go because I know. Hey, bro,
Right.
I understand authority. When I say go, they go. When I say sit,
Yeah.
they sit.
Yeah.
Because of that authority,
Yeah.
you speak the word only,
Right.
and they shall be healed.
Right.
They
And I'm gonna go ahead and get out the way.
Yeah.
Bro, I love what bro said based on your because then the next level, not even the next level, but like if you further unravel that, right? And Jesus like, what I did, y'all gonna do greater things. And then because it's like some people be like, well, I know I need this healing. I need to get down here to the church and get to the altar.
Yeah.
And be at the altar every Sunday.
At the altar every Sunday. And then it's another level of understanding. People are like, well, I know I can lay hands on myself in traffic
Mm.
and be healed.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another level where it's like somebody be like, well, my kid got a fever. I need to get him some Motrin. And then there's a level where it's like, well, my kid got a fever. I can lay hands on them and they'll be healed. Just based on the authority I got.
And the belief of that authority.
And the belief of that authority.
Yeah,
They're healed now.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
But
You'll
I
fix
think
it.
I think the cool thing about all of this, bro, is just like when we looking at decisions,
Mm-hmm.
when we're looking at, okay, you say God is in control, or you say these different things,
Mm-hmm.
it's like what you say,
Mm-hmm.
right,
Mm-hmm.
demonstrates what you believe.
1,000%.
What you believe
Mm-hmm.
is based on what you understand.
Well,
So if you don't
I would
understand
actually,
it, you can't believe it.
So here's the distinction I'll put in there. I slightly disagree. I get what you're saying, but I actually don't believe that people all the time what people say is what they believe. Because people say all different type of stuff. I think that what people do shows more of what they believe.
Okay,
what-
like the other piece of it. So it's like you
Yeah.
Because
understand, you believe.
people say all different type of stuff.
Yeah.
You can say anything. You can like when they say people, you can say anything with your mouth,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's like-
My grandma used to say, you can talk to your mouth fried chicken.
You can talk to your mouth fried chicken.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
hilarious.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
But it's like I can tell what you believe based on what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you say.
And that's what she did.
Based on
It's
how
like
you
she
behave.
made the decision and then she
Yeah.
did.
And so, you know, we love us some distinctions on the Miseducation. Like what she shows is the distinction between a decision and a preference. Right? Like a lot of people call their preferences decisions. And so they never make one. Right? I would prefer to be happy. I would prefer to be wealthy. We hear it all the time. I would prefer to make $100,000, a 7-figure business. I would prefer to have a happier marriage. I would prefer but when you decide, you cut away from all other options. You cut away from all other outcomes. Like Kantis, like you said, like she had done everything else.
Yeah.
And she decided, I would prefer to get close to him. Nah. And we can see what she believed, to your point, bro. We can see what she believed. And now I rock with the visual because we know that lady was.
Yeah.
Right.
And you know what's crazy? You can really tell she believed it because in the scripture, it says that she touched the hem of his garment and then said.
Say that apart again, Marquel.
The scripture says she touched the hem of his garment and then she said it, if I'm not mistaken.
What you talking about?
I thought she said it before she even got there.
Go back to it real quick.
Well, yeah,
Mark 5.
I think it was
28, 29.
Right there.
Where she
It's
said,
27. When
if
she
I
heard
only
about
may
Jesus,
touch his clothes, I shall be made well. Immediately the
This was
fountain of her
after.
blood was dried up and she felt in her body.
Now go back before that. So she
Now a
said, so it
certain
said,
woman flow of blood and have suffered many things. She has spent all her days. When she heard about Jesus, she came behind him in the crowd and touched his garments. For
and
she
then she
said,
said,
if only I may touch his clothes, I shall be made well. Immediately, the fountain of
so
her
she,
blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of the affliction. So it's like a same time action.
so she touched it, then said, and then got the result. So she did, spoke, then got the result. Based
Yeah.
on how I read this, at least.
It's almost like it was all one big action of faith.
1,000%.
Like belief said action, right? Right.
Like y'all move out. Like, hey, I got to get to this. Yeah. Like,
Y'all know what's even deeper.
Like I don't need him to speak a word over me.
Right.
I know some of y'all think y'all need to hear a word directly.
Right. I'm straight on that.
Yeah, like we see it all the time now in the modern church.
Yeah.
People feel like they need to hear a word directly from the pastor.
Yeah.
Like they need to say your name specifically.
Right.
It's like,
Y'all know what's funny? Y'all know what's funny? I remember I studied it years ago. So y'all remember the dude that took up his bed, right? Right? And we didn't get into it, I think it was verse 10. He took up his bed and they kept saying, like, bro, it's the Sabbath day. You ain't supposed, like the religious people, like, it's the Sabbath day. You ain't supposed to be healed, right? And so this dude now, he couldn't remember who the actual person that helped him take up his bed. So he started going around sharing the good news about how this man helped him make this decision, right? I think somewhere I saw something in our study where this man or a man like him was testifying what happened to him. And this woman, the woman, the issue of blood, like she had to hear the message from somebody.
Yeah.
This is why it's like so powerful that as kingdom-minded people, we got to tell the stories like, oh, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I was bound in dysfunction for 38 years.
Yeah.
This man asked me a question. I made a decision.
Yeah.
I'm healed, bro.
Yeah.
And that's why it's like the religious people are like, bro, first of all, because when you take up your bed, that is a representation that the bed meant that you were sick.
Yeah.
But now you walking around, you
With
carrying your bed. This bed also reminds me of the bed I had when I went to jail that one time, Marquel. I had to carry my bed. I was like, where are we carrying beds? Right?
Yeah.
I had to carry that little white, I call it a baby bed.
Yeah, we know what you're talking about.
I'm like, and so when I hear like, take up your bed, so he's walking through the city and the religious people are like, bruh, no, bruh. First of all, it's the Sabbath day. Ain't none of that supposed to be going on.
Yep.
And the very thing that's been bounding you, you now walking around with it like, hey. And they're like, wait a minute, bro. Who did this? And so some kind of way the message now is getting around. So this woman's like, what? Somebody healed you? You've been sick for 38 years. I've been flowing for 12. I done went to Ray, Dr. Bobby, Dr. Queen, not Dr. Bobby, but Dr.
Not Dr. Bobby. Shout out to Dr. Bobby.
Shout out to Dr. Bobby. We took it back, Dr. Bobby.
Yeah, I'm sorry, take it back, right? Ain't trying to miss no business, right? It's like, it's important that somebody had to hear the clarity of the message and bring the understanding so people can understand better, so they can believe better, so they can make better decisions, which now follows what you say, Marquel, their actions.
Yep.
If you're not getting a proper understanding about your identity, you can't believe your identity. If you don't believe your identity with the understanding, you won't decide to walk in that, and you won't operate and act in that. So it takes people like us, like you said the other day, Marquel. You said, "Are we before our time?" I said, "No, we right on time." Right? We right on time, because it's like giving people understanding that, bro, yeah, God's will gonna ultimately be done. But what's your understanding level of understanding that, hey, it's already done. He's already laid the system of everything we need in place. Do you believe it, and will you act upon it?
Yeah, will you act upon it?
So it's like,
because you only believe it if you act upon it.
Right. But I think the beautiful thing is that
you can't show it to others if you don't act upon it either. You know what I'm saying? Like, that man could have very well been healed and stayed in the bed. Now nobody else sees it.
Yep.
It wasn't for him.
Right.
What if he was just lazy, right?
Right.
And just stayed in the bed, right?
Right.
Now nobody else sees it.
Yep.
Right? Like, nobody else would have saw it. He just would have been laying in the bed still.
Yeah, because I think because like his identity in that moment had to shift from unhealed to healed. Otherwise, he wouldn't even believe that I can actually stand up. Because, you know, sometimes it's like you can tell somebody like, hey, stand up. And it's like they might have been on bed rest for a while or whatever going on, or they might have had an injury to their leg. They're like, man, I don't know, I can't even stand up on that leg. And like we even see people in sports, it's like after they have like a certain injury, they can't never go back because or they never play the same because in their head that thing is still hurting. It's like I'm afraid to come down on it because they don't even believe it's fully healed. So his identity had to shift because Jesus like, now stand up, because the standing represented my identity shift from being this man who been, you know, bound for 38 years to now somebody who can stand and walk and carry something.
Yeah, and carry something. Right. Right.
I think this is important. Like Marquel, the other day, you sent me you guys' sales page for that offer strategy call, right? And I was like, bruh, all these success stories and testimony, it was like pages of pages of pages of pages of pages. Like, it's almost like Jesus, over the time, he built up success stories. And now people are it took other people to say, oh, this is what happened. This is what happened. Right? Like Dre, you might have noticed it yesterday, Dre, when I did day 5 of my speaker thing. It was like, okay, y'all have been giving me ahas the way that I wanted these ahas. And, you know, I was like, I want to hear from everybody. Well, I went line upon line upon line. It's like, I just want you to talk, to tell, verbalize what's the breakthrough, right? Now, guess what? As business owners, now it's important for us now to I don't have to tell you what I understand. Let me, what is a wall of proof? So it's like, as believers, it's part of our responsibility in the kingdom to verbalize walls of proof. Hey, this is how I used to live my life and how I think. I got new understanding on my identity. So this is how I live my life. I used to be a knucklehead. I used to drop out, make bad decisions. Hey, I read something different. I love, Mark, I love hearing the stories like you tell me of when you started changing your life. Now all your other guy friends like, bro, quail on something different. Like, not quail, chill on something different. Right? And it's like, what was different? Oh, we can hear the difference in Chill because he talking different. He acting different. I think somebody said one time, I think you said one time, one of the boys said, you act like them white boys.
Quail like that talk, because like you know what somebody know me from based on what they cop. So like before Chill, it was Quail. So we were telling my boy Anwar, like, man, that boy Quail, they was locked up. And he was like, man, that boy Quail out there talking white. talking. You sound like a white boy. Like, how you talking? I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
That's all I did. So Chill was in the bed,
Yeah.
right? Chill was in the bed. That's how I did. One of the first times I spoke at a church, and I'm scrolling. I see a flyer, and I see um, Marquel Chill Gates.
Yep.
And I screenshot it. I'm like, man, bro, we like, but if y'all know, if I think it need to be said, I'ma say it. That's why most of the time I try to shut up. So that when I actually do speak, it's relevant. And I screenshotted it. And I was like, hey, bro, um, you good with the Chill Gates thing? And bro ain't, you know what I'm saying? Bro ain't worried about none of that. And I'm like, hey bro, I was like, at this point, you got a ministerial narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a narrative. And so you actually are not Chill no more. You know what I'm saying? Chill was afflicted. Chill was in the, now I didn't say all this, but up to the point that we're making, like, Chill was afflicted. Chill was in the bed. Chill was ill, right? Marquel is the one that stood up. Marquel is the one that walked. Marquel is the one that
It's a new identity. A new identity.
100%. Marquel is carrying his bag. You know what I'm saying? And other people see it. And that's why we got to be mindful of how people refer to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who named you Marquel? Marquel?
Hmm?
Who named you Marquel?
Who named me Marquel?
Yeah. Is your mom, dad?
My mom named me.
Okay. Yeah. And like even say this, Dre, it's just like Marquel is your kingdom name.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the name from heaven.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes like we can add nicknames to people based on what bed they was carrying at the time, Drake, right? So it's like,
legit.
Like you said, based on when you know me,
Yeah.
you call me Quail.
Yeah.
Based on when you know me, you call me Chill.
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, I know what you're talking about, but my
Right.
kingdom name is
Swear.
not Marquez, when people call his name. My kingdom name is Marquel.
Boy. Marquel.
This is my identity.
Favorite.
I'm a man of God. I'm a man of a kingdom. I'm a man of means. And so we got to even be careful. Like when we name our kid like Big Head or we name our, right? It's like, because now that goes along with, you hear it so much. Boom,
Yep.
Abraham. He went from Abram to Abraham, right? That father of many nations. Hey, you're father of many nations. Out of you, Abraham, right? There would be like my family, my lineage is going to flow out of you. And so if you hear certain things all the time, that's going to mess up your man, God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. And you lean on that because your understanding of, you know what? God has a part. His part going to get done. But I'm required to believe. I'm required to participate with the promises. I'm required to participate with his will by doing my part. Believing, changing my understanding, renewing my mind, so now I can live and operate differently.
No, legit. Like, it's just so interesting. I'm just thinking of like that story of that affliction and laying in that bed, man. Like, that is such a transformative on so many different levels.
Yeah.
For sure.
So many different levels. I just told you, I'm thinking about some of my nicknames. I'm thinking about, Kantis, I'm sure you got some nicknames. I'm thinking about some of them, like, and if you hear them, you still respond to them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you in that neighborhood and somebody say chill, you're gonna turn around, right? Like, that ain't their fault.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think about they were calling that man like when he picked up his bed and walked, and people like Cantor said, and people saw him. People saw him and they like, wait, who did that? Right?
Yeah.
Do we realize that they no longer like they probably referred to him as crippled? They no longer could call him that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They couldn't call him that no more.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't refer to him as that no more.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't gonna answer to it because he's no longer crippled, right? Like this,
Yeah.
it's just so transformative, bro.
I love it, man. There was this young lady I believe we went to high school, and and we talked about one of her businesses one time. And so I knew her from a business that she was working on, had a conversation. And one day, bro, she just got on Facebook and she talked about, and I never knew this, how she had been smoking weed like every day for so long. And she wrote this long post on how Jesus changed her life and how she's been going. You know what I'm saying? It's like her bed, like she was battling with whatever
That
it
was her
was
bed.
in her bed,
Yeah,
but
that was
she
her
got
bed.
bold enough to write this long post
Mm-hmm.
to basically say, listen, maybe y'all didn't know this, or y'all didn't know this. I'm no longer in that bed.
Mm-hmm.
This is what God has been doing in my life the last few
Mm-hmm.
months, the last few weeks. Nobody really knows. Me and my man, we done got married. We done stopped doing this. We done stopped doing this. I feel better. I look better. My life better. And it was just, and I was like, bro, that was the most powerful thing, because it's like, you got that bed, the thing that you were laying in, it's up on your shoulder, and it's like, I'm about to testify
Mm-hmm.
that this thing is no longer binding me, and I gotta speak up.
Yeah.
I gotta tell other people,
Mm-hmm.
because I made a decision
Yeah.
to lay hold of this new identity. My life is getting better. I feel
Yeah.
better. I look better. Me and my man, even though we've been dating for years, we love better because we realize this, who we really are.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just so powerful. I was just like, man, that in alone was just so powerful, because it's like, she didn't have to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't have to communicate. And I think the
Mm-hmm.
beautiful thing we see in the Word of God is like, when you do bump into the love of God,
Mm-hmm.
bro, God surrender, bro. He
Mm-hmm.
came through. Don't you know I got a phone call for the exact amount of money I needed for this? You know what I'm saying? In the midnight hour, God gave me some wisdom. Booming, right? So you get into this thing, it's like, the Bible say, be witnesses in all of Jerusalem, right? So we're witnesses in Fairburn, witnesses in Douglasville, witnesses in Jacksonville, witnesses wherever we go, because we can't keep our mouth closed, because we know it's like, when we talk about it, when we share about it, we give other people access to freedom, new understanding, new identity. Now it's like, for real, Dre? You mean God loves me? I can be healed? For real? Man, let
Yeah.
me put my clothes on and go down here to the parade. He gonna be on West Street?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm about to get down there, and if I can just touch the hem up,
Yeah, I think it's dope what you're saying about that story, because how many people smoke weed and don't even think that it's anything wrong with it. I think the dopest part is for her to be able, like, that's spiritual awareness. You know what I'm saying? That's understanding that there's an issue here, right?
mm-hmm,
And that like it's certainly a dope story, but that's the one thing that I was thinking about as you was telling the story. I'm like, how dope is that she would share that way? Because how many people read that post that definitely probably roll their blunts in the morning, smoke them throughout the day too, and never even thought about it being an
Yeah.
issue.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Final statements, guys. You know, this whole thing of decision. What would be the conclusion of the matter? what would be your final statement to Marquel? To, you know, when we look at the promises of God, when we look at the kingdom of God, the word of God, all the beautiful things we have in this relationship with Him, what would you say? You know, the final statement there, based on what we talked about today.
Man, I would say, I mean, bro, so much has been said. I'm not sure if there's anything else that needs to be said. But if there was, I would say, after all is said and done, there has to be more done than said.
Mm.
Because it's a partnership at the end of the day. It's like God, it's like what we do what you believe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What about you, Dre?
Bro, I don't even think y'all even know this, but a few years ago, I bought a Jaguar, right? Bought a Jag. I totaled it like a year ago, 2 years ago, taking Peyton home. And instead of getting a car, I ended up just taking over my mom's car, right? And taking over the payments from my mom's car. And it's like a 2017 Cadillac ATS, right? And it takes 93, right? It takes 93. And so, of course, I put 93 in it, right? Um, but one time, not thinking about it, I messed up and I put 87 in it, right? Filled the tank up, y'all. Filled the tank up. Man, that thing was spitting and sputtering all through Duval County, right? And so I didn't think about it at the time, so I took it to the mechanic or whatever. And the mechanic was like, "Hey, man," he like, "Did you put the wrong gas in the car?" And I'm like, "You know what? As a matter of fact, I did." He was like, "Bro," he was like, "Don't do that again." Cause when you put 87 in a 93, you're messing up like the engine, the way the engine works, like all of the different things, right? And I said all that to say, like, free will is the engine that God gave us to drive our lives, right? Choice is the gas we put in it.
Mm.
And so you can mess around and put your free will in jeopardy when you're not making the proper choices that align with what that engine requires.
Yeah.
Other than that, go get Decide and Conquer, the book and the workbook, AundraeGaskin.com. That's AundraeGaskin .com/book.
Yeah, bro. I was about to say you keep that story. That's a great. Yeah. That's what
You like that one?
that's and that sandwich we were talking about. That's that bottom
Yeah.
gun.
You
Yeah.
were rocking with that one?
Oh yeah,
I
that's
saw
that bottom
I saw
gun.
y'all leaning in. If y'all leaning into a story,
Oh
we
yeah,
probably on point. You feel?
yeah. Because it's
Yeah,
like
that
so
was the
many.
story thing for sure.
And I was even thinking about like the different words that God wants you at the 93.
Yeah, bro.
He wants you at a higher level of, like you said, Marquel, like his thoughts are not our thoughts,
Yeah, bro.
right? He on that 100,
Yeah,
right?
bro.
We putting that 87, 89, 93 in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we got to make better decisions.
We got to, man.
We got to get better believing. Better
Yeah.
believing comes from better understanding,
Yeah.
right? And even with decide and conquer, I look at it this way: it's like decision plus the action now helps you conquer,
Mm-hmm.
right? But that's based on how you believe and how you understand. Because you could
Mm-hmm.
believe, like, every believer ain't believing. Well, they believe in something.
Yeah.
Yep, they believe in something, right?
Yeah.
But
This
man,
is
this is good.
good.
Let's pray. Let's pray.
This is
Father,
good.
thank you so much for another week where we can just look into your word and you can just show so many revelations that apply not only to our lives individually, for everybody that watches this, everybody that watches the replay of this. We're just so grateful. We're just so thankful that you are concerned about us, concerned about how we understand, how we believe, how we act, how we live our lives. And we thank you, Father, that your love is so big that you, just like a good father, you're always correcting us, you're always leading us, you're always showing us a different side of you so we can see a different sides of ourselves. And we thank you for our true identity. We thank you that you've given us dominion and power. We thank you that we are made to live and operate just like you. The same way you told Adam to name it, God, we can name everything in our lives based on what your word says. And we appreciate that we can make better decisions. You've given us death, you've given us life. And God, we choose life and we choose to walk in life. And we thank you for it in Jesus' name.
Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
Happy Father's Day, brothers. Happy Father's Day to y'all,
Happy,
man. You
happy Father's Day,
guys,
fellas.
I'm blessed. When I hear you guys' story, I'm blessed. Dre, I know you have your sessions with your children,
Mhm.
just like, you know, therapy, family session, whatever it is. And it's just like, I don't even know if a lot of brothers do that with their kids, you know? I don't know if, like, to sit down to be like, hey, son, daughter, let's talk through something, let's work through something.
Yeah.
And now kids growing up to say, you know what? Therapy is okay.
Yeah.
Man, I remember my dad told me and my brothers, and the choices we made. Like, what made you do that? Right?
Yeah,
And
bro.
guess what? MJ Rowe, Rapi's like,
Yeah.
Big Q, your daughter, like, they're going to remember the words of their fathers.
Yeah.
But then the fathers, we're getting the words from our father. And
Mm-hmm.
all of that is legacy, man. So happy Father's Day to you guys.
No,
Happy
bro.
Father's Day to my dad. I know, mom, dad, I know you guys are on the road headed to
Happy Father's Day, Pops.
South Georgia to handle my grandmother there. And just shout out to all the men
All
on
the
Father's
fellas,
Day.
for sure.
Shout out to
And father figures.
father
Yep.
figures, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even shout out to the women that have played father figures.
Shout out,
Okay.
shout out to you, Kantis.
Hey man, hey, I appreciate it, brother. And shout out to Juneteenth. Yeah, we celebrate the day, but at the same time, let's make sure we
Got work to do.
keep breaking all the chains that have us bound. And
Mm-hmm.
listen, man, if you guys have never ever connected with us, listen, hey, subscribe, like, join the family. 100 organically, man, is a beautiful thing, bro.
Pretty dope.
It's a
That's
beautiful
pretty
thing, and
dope.
this has been very powerful. For those of you that have not, hey, jump on, go over to the mised.com. Just our way of saying thank you so much for rocking with us over at the Miss Ed. Got a free gift there. Biblical affirmations, a practical guide to help you live this life that we call a life of love, a life of true identity. So, what you guys doing tonight, man? Y'all chilling? Marquel got another date night? What you
Tonight,
doing? Family night?
chilling. I'm going to the boxing with the boys later, but I'm chilling.
What y'all
I'm
watching?
going to going to
What y'all
float
binge
tomorrow.
watching, man? Give me something good.
But I'm binge watching. We ain't found another show yet. But I've been watching The Rookie. Roro put me on The Rookie.
What platform was that?
It's on Disney Plus, but I think it's on Hulu. I think it's like Disney Plus Hulu.
It's a series or just one movie?
That's a whole. It's like 8 seasons, I think.
Oh wow, wow. What you watching, Dre? You watch TV, Dre?
I do, but right now I'm just watching a whole bunch of ESPN, like college World Series. Armand got me locked in on it. I'm trying to get into this whole FIFA thing.
USA playing today, bro. They play.
Yeah, they
Kansas
play
playing
today.
right now.
They play today at 3. He been telling me for 2 days that they play at 3. So I'll make sure I'm available for that. And then so that's probably gonna be the rest of my Friday. I haven't. Well, I want to get into it. What is it called? Dutton Ranch.
Yeah,
The
it's new.
the offshoot of Yellowstone.
Yeah, the new episode come on today.
So I want to get into
What's it called?
that.
Duck and Ranch.
Dutton Ranch.
Dutton Ranch.
DUTON Ranch.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dutton
Y'all
Ranch.
got to watch
So-
Yellowstone first.
Not really. I mean, it'll help.
Hey.
It'll help though.
Hey, boy, what thing about it? You watch Yellowstone, you in there for the long haul. You in there.
Yeah.
It ain't no getting out of Yellowstone.
I don't watch all of Yellowstone. I went back and watched 1883, 1923. I don't watch. So Kelsey, who was on Yellowstone, not Kelsey, I'm messing his name up. But he got a spinoff called Marshalls.
Yeah, Marshalls.
I watched all of that. So now I'm on Dutton Ranch.
Yellowstone will have you hooked. So that's what I'm kind of watching is Dutton Ranch. Paradise.
Yep.
And then
Nemesis was good too.
Yeah, and then this weekend I'm still trying to determine if I'm gonna go to this Rick Ross concert tomorrow.
Rick Ross in Jacksonville?
Yeah, treat myself for Father's Day. I'm still trying to figure it out, man.
I'm going to float tomorrow. I haven't floated in a minute.
Oh yeah, okay, man.
Yeah, that's that made me an appointment to go float.
What time you going?
Huh?
What time you going?
3. I got a 3 o'clock appointment.
Okay.
What you got going for the weekend, Kantis? Because you've been ministering this week.
Speaking of concerts, real quick. Speaking of concerts, y'all know
I know where he's going.
What?
Go ahead.
P and Birdman.
That's what I was talking about. That's what
they on tour.
Featuring Lil Boosie.
No limit Cash Money tour.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they on tour now. They come to Atlanta September 18th.
Yeah, you know the date.
Yeah. That's gonna be one on one. I was telling Vanessa, I got to get me a soldier rat.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, fatigue.
Right. Fatigue. Soldier rat.
Yeah, bro. Fatigues. Soldieries. You gotta be.
Hey. That boy Pete come out with that swap, nigga. I might run around the stadium. I might run around the whole arena.
What are you gonna do, Marquel? What are you gonna do? What you gonna do, Marquel?
You know that's what I think. But you might just take out running.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel about Ross, dog. I'm sitting here like, bro.
Yeah, Ross 1-1.
Yeah, bro.
Did you hear the new one he got with Tip?
Not yet. I haven't.
That's Tip.
I'm gonna pull it up.
That's Tip song. So like, my barber told me today. He was like, "Hey, did you listen to that Rick Ross and Tip?" So I was like, "No, I'm gonna listen to it now." I was leaving. I rolled home. Ross did his verse. I was like, Tip came on there, spazzed. I'm like, I was like, man, Ross should have did another. I was like, Ross should have wrote his verse again. So Ross did another. Ross came on with another verse. So I'm like, oh, he heard bro too. So he put a second verse on there, and I'm like, both of his verses combined. He should have rewrote them.
No, T.I. You just gotta let him come on your stuff and slide, dog.
He lost his mind.
It can't be about competition. Like me and you, you know what I'm saying? We would never, you know what I'm saying? Like we would never compete with each other. Me, you and Kansas, we would, cause like they gonna do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like
you should just end the song.
T.I. gonna come slide, boy.
After he did his verse, that should have ended the song. You put another verse, you made it worse. And I like Ross.
Of course.
But I'm like,
he gonna slide.
That song I don't know who album that's on, but it better be on Tip album.
It better be a single on Tip.
That's Tip song.
That's funny, bro. It's like I don't even do a lot of rappers like I hear it, right? But I'm looking forward to that June 26th release of T.I.'s album.
Oh yeah, bro.
No, yeah.
I hope
Broken,
I
broken
hope he
rap.
got his boys on there. I hope he got the whole
But
family on there.
he nice, boy.
Yeah, broken rap.
Always gonna be nice.
I started listening to that J. Cole album the other day. I haven't got through the whole thing yet, but his most recent,
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't really gave it a listen yet. LeBron actually inspired me to like listen to it. I saw a clip from LeBron.
Okay, and he
Okay.
was listening to it.
The interviewer was like, "Hey, what you listening to right now?" He was like, "That J. Cole." And I was like, "Huh," because I like J. Cole, but I was like, I hadn't gave his album a shot yet. I started listening to a little bit of that Drake.
Yeah, I couldn't.
You couldn't get through all of it.
Mm-mm.
I listened to like 1 or 2 songs, and I think
I couldn't get through none of the 3.
Just in case y'all wondering and still on here, we still love God.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
for sure.
of course.
Jesus, I love Jesus and trap music.
Yeah, love that.
Right.
Jesus and Jeezy.
Hey, bro, that 3 o'clock game,
going,
Dre.
What you got going, Kantis?
Had some things planned with my dad, and since they went out of town, we'll just go back and do it next week, and we got the next. Okay. So tomorrow morning we had a brunch at the church, a Father's Day brunch.
Okay.
They're doing a Father's Day brunch and a car show.
Okay.
So they got guys bring out their old whips. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. I like that.
See, my dad bring out his, he already riding his classic Cadillac, so we're gonna be out there already,
Yeah, yeah.
And then I had pull up at this other spot down near the stadium, this new spot. I might as well tell it's called Cosm.
Okay.
The big screen where you watch games and look like you inside.
Joint. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they got
you
one.
and Pops?
You say what?
You and Pops?
Yeah. But he don't know I was gonna do that. But he out of town. He won't be back until Sunday. So we'll do it another time. That's
gonna be lit.
Yeah. So, but like if you go to their website, it'll tell you what games they're showing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Like certain football games you want to go to, and you can't go to the game. You can go to the thing, and they even got movies on this thing now, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You can go. They do like Matrix. They're doing Cirque du Soleil, and what's the little small men?
Minions?
Who?
Minions?
No, Harry Potter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they got a sports bar, but you can the upgrade is doing the dome feature, and then they got the sports bar with the multiple TVs and stuff. So like a little cool spot to go to, just something different, So, but I think I'm gonna chill, bro. I think I'm gonna go walk outside, country style. Walk down the street, get in the grass. Probably still wet a little bit with the grass, but just chill, low key. We got a band camp next week, and help my mom out with band camp every year. Help her take money and do the stuff with that.
Right.
I'll be like, man, my mama's 78 and still be
into it,
bro. The other night, bro, we got into it, bro. You know how you go to a website to download something? Like it'll download your Excel file and send it to your email. You know how sometimes you hit that download and it could take a period of time before it show up in your email box.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it. It's supposed to be here, I'm just like, bro, we going through the Excel file trying to make her a chart. I'm just like, then they doing emails. This from a system. I shouldn't talk about this. I remember back in the day we used to go copy like 100 emails and then put it in the BCC copy or put it in the send mass emails.
That's the original autoresponder right there, boy.
I was like, bro, y'all still doing this? I told him, I was like, man, you gotta stop doing this. Whoever built that website for this band camp, I was just like, bro, y'all sitting here copying, trying to notify people.
They gotta live.
We just gotta stop doing it this way.
Yeah, bro, they gotta live better than that.
That's funny.
So, but this has been good. Love you guys. Y'all have a great weekend. Y'all stay safe. Make right decisions. Make right actions. And decide and conquer. All right.
For sure.
Love y'all. See y'all on the other side.
Love y'all, man.
They were wishing on me, but I'm covered by his plan. Every trial, every storm, every valley, I'm still standing.